What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this video, we're going to be looking at something very obscure, a very obscure Batman character. I passed up on this so many times because I had no intention of getting him. I had no interest at all. It was so weird. Like, who in the world is Bullseye Batman, right? But this guy has a weird story. This is back in the day of Detective Comics 241. And back in those days, they were doing crazy different things with the Batman story. Absolutely crazy. So, actually, I'm going to take him out the packaging before I give you... actually, let me see. We're going to take a look at the back of him. All right, so this is good enough here. The back of it is giving you the exact story of what he was doing. Well, not the exact story, but part of it. Okay, so basically, Robin he saved some girl. He pushed her out the way of a car that was about to hit her or what have you, or some robbers or whatnot. And, no, Dick Grayson did, excuse me. While he was Dick Grayson, he saved the girl. And in the midst of saving this girl, he ended up injuring his arm. Okay. And because he injured his arm, he couldn't really run around as Robin, and it would just look really weird. And also, it would cause people to really know who he was because they saw Dick Grayson had his arm messed up, and then also saw Robin have his arm messed up. Then that would have caused a problem. So Batman came up with this plan to wear multicolored suits, rainbow suits. I mean, it's not just this white one, this Bullseye one. There's another one where he's like wearing this fuchsia looking suit. As you can see behind him, there's the green suit. There's a yellow suit. There's his regular suit there. It was absolutely bonkers for this to happen. So if you look this up, don't take my word for any of this stuff. Just look it up and you'll see it'll tell you he saves a girl by pushing her out of the way of a getaway car, escaping the scene of a robbery, and he injures his arm. He sees the crooks' faces and begins searching for them as Robin. And Batman comes up with this ploy to distract the public and the criminals from deducing their secret identities by wearing elaborate new costumes. Now, here's another thing. He's wearing a bullseye because he's part of an archery contest. So while attending an archery competition, Batman wears his outfit and with this large bullseye graphic on his chest. And this costume is supposed to draw attention away from Robin and directly to Batman, which causes them also to apprehend the villains because they were too distracted. And while Robin was like trying to show who they were or follow them, they were not focused on him, but they were focused too much on how elaborate Batman was. It was so crazy. Bonkers story. Ridiculous story. But they had fun. And that's what comics were supposed to be about, man. Having fun. Not this dark, dreary, drab stuff that you may read. A lot of people don't want to read DC right now because they're doing a whole lot of nothing. But then again, there are some good stories. There's an absolute Batman story right now. All absolute Superman. There's some good stories out there right now. And some good writing. Because I've been through my share of comic book stories where I'm like, man. I mean, I stopped reading Batman altogether because it was one particular story where, who was it? Was it Tom King that was writing for him and Bane? And he kept writing for Bane to he kept writing Batman just saying the same line over and over again. I'm going to break your dang back. I'm going to break your dang back. It was so stupid. Like, I threw Batman away. I threw it down. I was like, I can't do it no more. I'm not taking my money for this crap. And a lot of other folks thought the same thing. But anyway, I'm going to break open this packaging. I don't know why it's a platinum. It's like when this came out at the same time with Hugo Batman or Hugo as Batman. And then also with, what was it? Alfred. It's Morgan Freeman's Alfred from the Dark Knight series. He came out with the all black suit, Lucius Fox, where, McFarlane came out with that whole, I think maybe McFarlane store exclusive with the whole tumbler, the black tumbler. And then you had Lucius Fox in the different two-tone look, the khakis and the other blazer, what have you. But anyway, we're going to take this guy out and see what he has to offer because it's interesting. Here we go. All right, so here he is out of the packaging. And let me tell you what really drew me to him. I saw him at Walmart, and it was on clearance. And I was like, ooh, that's a nice clearance price. $14. That's a pretty cool price for an obscure Batman character that we won't probably ever see ever again. Maybe they'll do a superpowers version. Who knows? It's so obscure, such a deep cut. We may not ever see this again. I'm like, okay, fine. Picked him up, and then I saw he has a cloth cape. I was like, you know what? I saw a few things are on clearance. It was a Green Lantern on clearance, Hugo, King, or what was it, Zombie, Shazam. It had, it was the Page Puncher, Batman, like from the Black Adam story or comic book they had with the whole Batman Noel body, but it was that dull color scheme, and I almost got that one. I was like, nah, this is kind of ugly. I like what I have already. But this right here for $14 and this nice cloth cape. I thought that's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this guy. All right, let's see what he comes with. As you saw with the box, from looking at the box, he comes with the hands, the fisted hands as Batman should come with, right? So that's nothing new there. And he also has this nice little card. Robin is on that side, but here he is with the one of the suits showing. And if we look at the card and see what it says exactly what I was talking about. It's talking about Robin's arm injury, and instead of, no, we don't want the criminals to deduce the secret identities, so he wears these elaborate new costumes. In the archery competition, he dons such an outfit, striking white costume, large bullseye graphics on the chest, and the cape. I didn't know that it was on the cape. And it draws attention from Robin and directly to Batman's chest while they were able to apprehend the villains because of them distracted by the bats. And Robin was doing his clandestine activities. Man, you can't tell me that's crazy. That ain't crazy. All right, so let's take a look at the bat. Let's angle up a little bit. Look at this guy. Very interesting here. You've got the black and the white nose. That's kind of cool there. Let me see. Yeah, you dropped your batarang. Whatever. I don't know. He might hold this. So let's get a closer look. That is not bad. That is actually pretty cool. Would you want Batman to look like this? You know, back in the day when Kenner was making all those different Batmans, this is what that reminds me of right here. Reminds me of all those different Batmans, like, you know, Night Strike Batman, Air Strike Batman, Super Armor Batman, all that other stuff, right? So he'll have all these different underwater wetsuit Batman, all that stuff, right? And so this would be it. This would be like what? Snow Batman? What would he wear white for? I don't know. Not Christmas Batman. Maybe. Who knows? Milk Batman? Oreo Batman? Oh, man. Oh, wow. You get to see his nostrils. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Batman's nostrils. Is it because everything is just taking your eyes away from that? Has the nostrils been there the entire time with other characters, other figures? You see them nostrils. But that's a cool head sculpt. I like that. Got the wrinkles on his face, or lines on his face, I'll say. Like the mask is kind of squeezing him. He's got this face just stuck out. Old school look for him. All right, got the bullseye. Of course, the typical McFarlane articulation, you know, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. How's the elbow look? It's an ugly elbow. The ratchet right there, it's kind of ugly, very ugly. I don't like that. Knees, same thing, you know, double jointed knees. But the knee looks good. Can't go back too far. We'll pan the camera out a little bit after we get this whole close up here of what he has here on his torso. But yeah, nice bullseye. My son looked at it and said, it's a Target Batman. Like, yeah, you're right. It's a Target. Also known as a bullseye, son. Got the black trunks. White utility belt. Clean white utility belt. I think it could have used a black bat symbol right there. Probably not. Yeah, that would have messed it up. The whole color scheme, everything looks good. The whole design, just a clean white belt. That's a good look. I like it. It didn't need to have a bat. Maybe a white belt Yeah, a white bat or an engraved white bat right there. That would have been cool. All right, so let's get down. Let me back up a little bit. Let's look at something else here. Hold up. Yeah, here we go. What else we got here? Clean white look. Arms, clean white on his back. Musculature, so forth. Clean white boots. Toe articulation. Pretty much the norm of what you would get from a Batman boot. Clean, whatever Batman boot, you know. Always got the little lines, little creases there. But nothing spectacular here because it's supposed to be a nice clean white design. It's got the little creases there on his legs. The articulation is pretty much it. He's got that hyperextension. Whoa, hyperextension. All right, that's interesting. As you see, he kicks this far. We can't go too far in close together, so he definitely can't have his thighs touching. So he has that nice stance. We'll call it bow-legged or whatever. Anyway. All right, let's go to this part. The bullseye on the cape. I did not expect to see this. You definitely want to keep this in a spot where you're not going to get the cape dirty. And also, since it's white, you definitely see the lines a whole lot more, the creases a whole lot more. So you kind of want to, I don't know, maybe hit it with a hair dryer or something, some heat, make it less wrinkly, take some of the creases out. But the bullseye on the cape, it's like, Batman, who designed these? Who designed these outfits? Was Alfred up in there sewing? Were you in there sewing? I mean, because, you know, Batman is somewhat of a seamstress, right? So, did you do this? Who designed these suits, sir? And why did you have so many of them? Why did you need all those different suits to distract these villains, these criminals, so that Robin could do his due and Dick Grayson can not be outed as Robin? Boy, why did you do all of this? But this bat suit right here, this bullseye on the cape is actually, it's pretty nice. Is it sick? Shall I say it's sick? No, it's cool though. It's weird. I wouldn't do it, but it's a cool looking. It's just a cool look. It's just weird. It's like, hey, you know, we're gonna come out and I'm gonna wear this. Like, you know, it's like on the Target app, you can change the color. You can change it to where it's the regular Target app. You can also change the color towards black. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's something like that. So I wouldn't. Was this sold at Target? I think it probably was sold at Target. I think, yeah, it was sold at Target because it doesn't go away. It just, nobody wants this. This one and the other Batman. Let me see here. What else we got here? All right, so yes, pliable cape. It doesn't come too far to the front. So it's not like that Noel bat to where he can bring it further up closer to his chest area, covering his shoulders. It's just, all right, let's see if we can make it to where the bullseye is kind of like close by his head. So he's got a bullseye by his head and a bullseye on his chest. Weird, but you see where I'm going though, and you see where I'm going with this. All right, there we go. So you got the bullseye on his chest and the bullseye on his head. That's a pretty cool look. That's a picture right there. That might be the thumbnail. Let's get that nice and good. Yeah, I'll fix that later on. But oh, don't fall now. What you doing? Yeah, that's it. That's a good looking bat right there. Even that out the best way we can. Not really. There we go. Ugh. Try to get the lines in. That's good. That's weird. Weird and crazy, but when are you ever going to see something like this? Who's going to customize something like this? Someone say, you know, I'm going to customize a bullseye Batman. Hey, I like the way your head is. I like where your head is at. I like what you're thinking. Nah, nobody's going to be doing that. McFarlane did, though. Gave us a freaking bullseye Batman. That's just crazy. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this guy. I mean, he looks cool. Typical McFarlane Batman. I don't know whose body mold this is. This Buck I don't know. I don't care. I don't pay that much attention to these bucks to be able to tell you, oh, this is the buck from 5 figures ago. I don't know about that. I just know if it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, oh well. Now, I want to bring somebody else that has never been on camera, except for pictures. He has been on camera. I do apologize. But yeah, I've never had him next to other figures that I was reviewing. And I'm going to bring out this guy, Sketch Superman. And I figured it would be a good time to do it since he's in black and white and there's no other Batman, no other character that's black and white like him. And he is definitely of that old school style body. He is way slimmer than this guy. New style Superman versus old style Batman. And their heights are similar. Heights are definitely similar. Are we? Yeah, he's a little taller. Is he? Yeah, he's a little taller. Just a little bit. By a hair. Literally by some hairs. All right. So there he is here. And this is a cool Sketch Superman that I got from... Did I get it from McFarlane? I got it from somewhere. I forgot exactly where from. No, Big Bad Toy Store? Was it? Oh, local toy store, Big Bad Toy Store, one of those. I don't know. Or was it Entertainment Earth? Either way it goes. No, Entertainment Earth, I know, messed it up. It was either Entertainment Earth because they sent me something stupid. They sent me a... Anyway, that's another story. But I was able to get him from one of those stores, local or Big Bad, something like that. But yeah. So here we are with this guy, and he doesn't have anything on the back except just this plastic cape, nothing on the back, no S. This is that, what is this? This is the New 52. This is the Rebirth Superman, I think. But anyway, these two could be a dynamic duo, the world's finest. Except, I don't think Batman would walk around, drive around, perch around with the bullseye on. I mean, it was just a one-off deal where he was helping Robin out with this ridiculous plan, and there you have it. So, these two posing well together, sure, is a conversation piece, but that's about it. That is really it. I'm glad to have him, though. Again, I was not going to get him for the price that he was at. He was like $22.09, $19.99, whatever. But since it was only $14, and most likely will not ever see him for that price ever again, it was a win. It's a win. So glad to have him. Again, game is to diversify your collection and have some fun. So I thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And that is it for this one. Have fun collecting, folks, because collecting is fun. See you later.